Today we are going to talk about artillery guns and Indian Army's modernization plans. We are going to tell you why ATAGs are the best guns available in the world, and we are also going to tell you how Kargil War has shaped the modernization plan of the Indian Army as it is happening today, and far much more. The artillery has four core missions in the modern battle space: suppression of enemy fires or counter battery fires, striking high-value targets, breaking up enemy force concentrations, and providing fire support for maneuver warfare. One of the basic warfare lessons is that greater the distance from which one can target the enemy, greater the flexibility one can achieve on ground for own maneuvers. From the catapults and cannons used in the ancient times, the evolution of mechanical projectile, to modern-day artillery guns which are integrated with network-centric warfare, the role of gunners has always been a winning factor in the battlefield, thus proving to be a crucial support system to other fighting arms. During an attack, artillery fire can cause attrition, destroy and soften the enemy target, and also prevent direct fire on own attacking troops from the enemy by keeping their heads down. It can also prevent enemy's artillery fire by engaging them with own artillery called the counter bombardment. Artillery fire can prevent enemy reinforcements from coming to aid of their own troops by isolating the target by fire. It can also carry out sporadic fire to harass the enemy, prevent them from resting, or keep them guessing of the place and time of attack. In defensive battles, where the defensive positions are normally held by the infantry, the likely routes and approaches of enemy attack are analyzed very carefully, and defensive fire targets are identified along each enemy approach and route, whose firing data is pre-registered and recorded. When the enemy comes attacking, he is received by the deadly defender's defensive fire. Indian artillery proved itself during short but intense Kargil War fought by the Indian Army to retake the territory occupied by Pakistani soldiers disguised as militants. The deadliest of clashes in the higher altitudes to retake the occupied territory was the Kargil War. This war took place in the month of May, June and July of 1999. It was in the early May the Indian military learned that Pakistani fighters had infiltrated and occupied the Indian territory. This intrusion triggered intense fighting between the two sides that lasted for almost 3 months, with India finally taking back the occupied heights by rendering a crushing defeat to the Pakistani army. Soon after the Kargil War, Indian Army embarked on a significant overhaul of its artillery. The immediate focus then was on achieving the self-reliance. Since then, India has achieved Atmanirbharta, or the self-reliance in designing, manufacturing and developing these guns of all shapes and sizes and caliber. Now, focus is on combination of strategic mobility and enhanced long-range firepower. The Indian Army is said to have set a goal to itself to transition its entire artillery to medium 155 mm gun systems by 2042.